Right, we're going to do a short tutorial here. I'm just showing you how you can log into a Family Search account. They recommend that you use the Google Chrome browser. That's what works best with the Family Search program. So you will go to just search for familysearch.org and it will bring you to this stage right here. Um, Normally, you can just log in with your church account if you have a church account. And so that's what I'm going to show you right now. I'm just going to go to continue with church account, and I'm just going to type in my username and my password. Okay, then when I get here, it's automatically going to come up with my home screen, which shows you right here the ordinance is ready option. And that's where you can just go in and select an ordinance. And we'll go back to that in just a minute. It also shows records that I've recently viewed, as well as some temple hints. Yellow means that is something that needs to be added or fixed in order for it to be ready for those temple ordinances to be ready. And then here's some record hints down here that show things that I can look up to find ancestors maybe who need some work, as well as recent memories. And then it shows the other um, programs that I am subscribed to. One is Ancestry and My Heritage and Storied. We're going to go back up to the top here and we're going to start with the Family Tree tab, and we're going to go to Tree. It's going to pull up my own family tree. There are a lot of options that you can do with this with the view. So if you click on this arrow here to the right, you can choose it to be a fan chart, and you can filters over here, you can choose how many generations you want it to show. So right now it's just 4 generations. So it's me, my parents, my grandparents, and my great grandparents. And that is what the stake would like all of us to have entered in Family Search. I can also increase that to 7 generations. That's the highest it allows us to go. And there's a key over here that tells you which ones have record hints, which ones have research suggestions, and I don't have any that are showing that I have data problems right now. You can also choose to look for ordinances that need to be done. Here it shows some that cannot be requested, and these blue ones show that they are in progress. And if we have a green one, that's this lime green color here, that means that those are ordinances that you can request. If you go back to the landscape line, you can also just go through and cycle back through your generations and keep going back until you find someone. You can tell that these blue ones are in progress, so somebody's working on those. But you can just go back through your line. These ones have some hints for you to do. But you could keep following different lines back until you find one that's green or one that's yellow that you might can work on to make it able to be ready for the temple. We're going to go up here next to the Memories app. This is one where you can upload photos and you can write descriptions about the photos that are in here. I've got my parents in here. We have a spring break outing that our family went in, and you can type in details about this event so that it reminds you of where you were and what you were doing. But that's kind of a fun thing in there that's fun to do. When you want to get back to the main thing, you can go back to Family Search to get back to any home page when you want to go back to the home page always. Then next is the Get Involved app. This is where you can do something similar to indexing. They don't really do indexing anymore because AI has made it so much better that they do different programs that you can do that through. So if we go to the Get Involved app and we go to opportunities, um, this quick name review is the same thing as the Get Involved app. And so you can just click on Get Started and it will tell you, you can determine how many names you want to review at a time. And if this one has the Texas, state of Texas selected. So I can just click on here and go to search and it's going to pull up some records that I can look at and determine if I think this is the right name for this one. So it's saying it's Joel, which is what it looks like to me. So you can just click that that's a match, and that looks like Rice. So that looks like it's a match. And you just can continue through that until you get to your 20 names. And then um, it will ask you if you want to continue or if you want to check maybe later to do that. But that's how you can get in there and do some get involved, finding names that can be prepared so that they'll be able to be found to go to the temple. The activities page here has a lot of fun things on it. You can record your own story. You can compare a face to see which one of your relatives you look like. You can find your famous relatives. The Together app has a lot of fun activities on it. We'll take a look here. And it can tell you can download it as an app or you can actually do it on the computer as well. And it will come up with a whole bunch of different activities and things that you can do. And it also has the temple option in there where you can make an appointment right here on the computer here. And it's also just got an avatar thing here that was kind of fun. I created an avatar for myself the other day, and you can do that. That's a fun thing that kids would enjoy doing as well. And then Temple is just shows the ones that you have reserved to do. So this is pulling up ones that I have reserved to do. And my latest one was just this Mary Jane Hogart here. But this is where you can do those, and then you can choose to print them on here. You select a person, then it gives you the option to print it, and you can print the card so that you can take it to the temple. We're going to go back to my main page here, and I'm just going to quickly show you how to do Ordinance Ready. So you'll just click on this blue tab, and it will ask you to select an ordinance, and you'll choose if you want one for a male or for a female, and then say if I wanted to do initiatory, it's going to start searching for initiatory names in my line for me to be able to go to the temple and do that for. And it looks like it's starting to find a few there right now. For initiatory, it will usually find you 5 names. For baptisms, it usually finds you 4. For an endowment, it will find 1. And I think for sealings, it might be 5 as well. So we get here and it tells me my relationship to this person. So it's my 4th cousin twice removed. And I can see that it's through my father's line and it goes up here. And then it's a descendant of this couple right here. Then I'm just going to go back here. I can also learn about this individual. And if I go to learn about, then it's going to show me a brief life history of her. It's going to show a couple of historical events. And some people will have more information than other, but it also show me her parents and her siblings. And that's about what I have time to show you for today. Our temple and family history consultants would be happy to come and help you if you have any questions or would like some help getting started. So hope you enjoyed the little presentation.